Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Give me a moment. Happy Saturday, you guys. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. I hope you slept well last night. I pray that you all had a wonderful Friday. I am up. It is 7:23, and I'm getting ready to take Vail to work, and then from there I'm gonna go and donate. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just trying to get some air. That's basically what I'm doing. It's so hot. I can't breathe. It's so hot. My throat itched. Yeah, I had the heat off, and I had the windows open. It was so hot. It was so hot. Like, my radiator was not even on, and it was hot. And so this morning Jeremiah came in. He's like, oh my. Well, actually, before he even came in, when I woke up coughing like non-stop, back, and almost can't breathe, coughing. And it's because when I woke up, my mouth was wide open to the cold air coming in, and I think that's what woke me up, because I inhaled that air and I just started coughing non-stop. When it's too much air coming in my lungs, as I mentioned before, it causes me to not be able to catch my breath due to the bronchial, I guess. And then if it's too much heat. And I was talking to the doctor at the clinic yesterday, and yeah, she was saying, yeah, it you know, I wasn't telling her nothing she didn't know, and I knew because it was told to me by a doctor, because it was what I was experiencing, and I am still experiencing it. Sometimes more so than others. But yeah, that's what happened. And so at that point I closed the window. And Jeremiah came in a little bit after that, and he's like, oh my God. He's like, why it's so cold in here? He's like, your heat. I was like, I don't want the heat on, it's too hot. This is fine, you know. It got a little chilly, and so I got up and later it got a little chilly. I got up and I turned the radiator just a little bit. And even in doing that, my room has gotten so freaking hot. I just had to turn it off again. I was like, oh my God, like, I just want just a little. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a whole. That's why I like my space heater. But, you know, those little things pour a lot of power. So that's why I pretty much have done away with it, unless I really need it, you know. But it's like, that's all I need to be able to need a little bit of heat, turn it on. I need it to go off, I turn it off. But to turn the radiator on and to heat up everything and to make it so hot, you know. But anyway, I have a slight headache because of the coughing. I did take medication this morning. For the headache, I'm going to take aspirin on my way to donate to help with the headache, but also to help with the blood flow. Because I'm not sure if I drink enough water. I do have water there. Last night I had buttery popcorn. That's not good. And blueberry bagel that also had butter on it. It's a lot of butter, a lot of grease. And I don't have no issues when I get in there and donate. So definitely this morning I'm going to drink more water. I've been drinking water. I'm going to drink more. And like I said, hopefully that aspirin will help, you know, thin out the blood flow. And now obviously it won't be a lot. But yeah, guys, I braided my hair yesterday. I ended up taking off yesterday, Friday. I just felt like I needed just some time, another day to rest. And the reason being is all that coughing and stuff, it just makes your body hurt. The wheezing and stuff was not as bad. Like I told her, it's worse at night and when I'm getting up and moving around and doing things. So anyway, like I said, I do have an appointment next Saturday, 9 in the morning, to get a full physical and work up and everything. Praying that everything will be okay. And multiple sclerosis. That'll probably be a little bit later, where I'm referred to a neurologist that's covered under my plan, just to get that checked. Regardless of whether I claim it or not, what is, and at least get it checked. They come back and say, oh, you don't have it. I'll be like, in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. He just confirmed what I already knew. And maybe it was something else going on. And when I have the appointment, we'll figure out what that something else is. I'm just trying to decide on what glasses I'm going to wear. I had a different shirt this morning picked out, but I didn't like the way it looked with sweatpants. And this one don't match, but it's okay. Okay. And let me see. When I go donate, I make sure I have on glasses that I can see. Yeah. Perfect. Because when I'm sitting in the chair and it's 100% my tablet, I'm usually playing games. Sorry guys, usually I have alcohol wipes over there, but I didn't feel like getting back up. When I'm sitting in the chair, usually I'm playing a game or something. So I'm going to make sure I can see the right glasses. Yeah, so Lavelle, I'm going to drop him off. He starts at 8:30, so it's 7:30. It's 7:30 right now. We're going to leave out of here at 8. Oh, just maybe a little bit before 8. To get him there by, in time. Where I have to go opens up at 8. So, not too bad. My nails have come off. I'm going to have to get up anyway. Y'all got the hiccups. I have my water over there, dang it. So let me show y'all what I got. This is an inhaler for the asthma. It's a albuterol. I don't know. It's different from the regular albuterol. And I think it's because I also used the Primatene Mist. So I think she was trying to get something that, don't conflict with that if I, use that as well. I'm going to take one more puff. I took a puff earlier because it just got so unbearably hot. And then I was getting a different shirt out the drawer, and the drawer dropped, so I had to fix that. That was stressful and it was hot. I didn't want to stop until I finished, so that just aggravated me even more. So she gave me these pills. They're called, what was the name of them? Alright. Benzonate. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. But swallow a whole pill, 1 capsule 3 times a day as needed. Do not break, chew, dissolve, cut, or crush. And this is to help with the, she said, may cause drowsiness. Use care when operating a vehicle, vessel, or machine. So, and I asked her, was there anything going to cause me to be drowsy? But anyway, she said it may cause drowsiness. It's used for the cough suppressant and the allergies is what this is for. And then she gave me the liquid for my nebulizer, the albuterol. And this is the albuterol. This is the inhaler I wanted, but she gave me the other inhaler, like I said, due to me using Primatene Mist too. So this, I think what I'm going to do is use my nebulizer later tonight. And I'm going to give myself a treatment tonight, right? Because that's what's going to really get me taken care of. I want to be 100% by Monday. So yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is just, when I came home, I just relaxed and things, and I just was thinking and had a lot on my mind because, man, like, she was saying there may be some underlying, serious issues going on there. Just not to be too much information or too graphic or anything like that, but I mean, we're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? If we're women, you already understand. If you're a mother or a daughter or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to deal with it at some point. So here we go. I stop having. Y'all know, well, if you don't know now, you will know. But I'm the type of person, I can't stand hearing or know anything about that time of the month. Like, I just hate it. Ever since my mom told me about it as a kid, like, I think mentally I shut down. Like, anyway, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't want any girls. God blessed me with one strong, mighty child. Okay, young lady. And I'm so grateful for that. But I'm glad it was only one, because although I would have loved to have more than one beautiful girl, but that stuff I can't deal with. I don't like dealing with it myself. And so when I looked forward to menopause all my life. When I heard about menopause, I couldn't wait. So when it was starting to happen, I was in Des Plaines, living in Des Plaines, and there was an older lady that lived on the bottom floor, right? Could barely walk, she had issues, but she was a nice lady, I think. And we communicated a couple of times, and she got to talking to me about menopause. And she was like, yeah, she said, one thing is, she said, you would go maybe a year, 2 years without anything. She, because you have heat flashes, be hot, cold. Because I was telling her one day, man, I'm going for hot to cold. She said, it sounds like menopause, da-da-da-da. And so she explained a lot of stuff, and she was just saying how with her, and she was like, with most people, you'll go without anything. Before I continue, y'all, let me just, because I want to hurry up and get ready too, so I'm going to talk while I get ready. I took my glasses off, so I'm probably ain't going to be able to see super good, but I did get my Dr. Miracle hair oil. I didn't get the stuff around here yet, because I ordered it with the shampoo and the conditioner, and it didn't come yet because, although it approved when I ordered it, dang it. Although it approved when I ordered it, it said approved. I guess by the time they actually decided to try to take the money off the card, someone else took money off the card, so obviously it declined. So when I get the money, obviously I will make sure it's on there so that it can go through. I would have loved to have had that before this, but this is perfect too. I'm just going to oil up. I have to remember to do that with braids. That wasn't what I was doing like I should before. And like I said, the hair grew super long. That wasn't the problem. Even though I didn't keep it as moist as it should have, it would have grown more healthier, long and healthier, had I kept it moist like it should be. Also, if I take them down every 3 months, even if I put them back up, right? Because I used the rubber band, it'll get tight, dusty, all that. I can't be pulling my hair, and that's what I did when I took it down. I was so aggravated, frustrated, impatient that I was pulling it, and all you're doing is ripping and tearing your hair apart out, and that's exactly what I was doing. So anyway, now that I've done that, only reason why I did it the way I did is nothing spectacular. I just wanted it braided and up and out the way, so I don't have to deal with it, and so that it can continue to grow. Because I did a lot of cutting on Friday. Before I braided my hair, I cut it. I cut a lot of the dead and damaged ends. Also, what I was doing was coloring my hair while it was in braids. Up in here, the gray, I was trying to get rid of the gray. But now I think I'm just going to let it be. I'm just going to keep it braided. Let it be. If I do try to do any type of color, I'm just going to do it I'm not going to do it at all, period. I'm just not going to do it. Especially if, you can't wash it out good. You're just damaging your hair, period. I'm just not going to do it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to edge it up. So just edging it up. Not using a lot of anything. I use this braiding gel. It's an apple scent. It has castor oil in it. It's braiding hair, lock, all of that. I can't see right now. Braids, locks, and edge gel is what this is. And so this is what I used when I braided my hair. And which sucks because my head was hurting so bad when I got through. The next day, I had to get in the tub and just rub me some hot water and lay back in it. Not only what did was it for my body, but at this point for my head too. So as y'all can see, I'm not using a whole lot, just enough to help, pull them edges back. It's not even a lot on my finger or nothing, because all this I got to get control, grow all this back. So that's what I did this for. Not so much to, nothing fancy. As you can see, they big braids, they parted all kind of ways because I can't see. Ain't no shame in that. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, girl can't see. I don't know how to part properly. I be trying, but it always end up some kind of other way. So I'm not gonna worry about it at all. I'm gonna do just what you see I'm doing right here. Just pulling it back, trying to have it, just as, nice and neat. Nothing spectacular. Oh, God, it's hot. I turned the radiator, I didn't turn it all the way off. It's on, but just a little bit, and still, that heat. I didn't do this right at all, but it's okay. I'm gonna rock with it. I don't want it to be too puffy in the back, because when you laying back in that chair to donate, you want to be comfortable, and I don't want it to be too loose that it comes down. Okay. So, what was I talking to y'all about? Yeah. So she said that sometimes, you will go a while without anything, maybe a year, 2 years, and then all of a sudden you may have a cycle. And I was like, oh, I ain't ready. I don't want none at all. But she said, it's part of it or whatever. But see, that's just with some people, right? And it just depends. Because I was telling the doctor that, and she said, yeah. She said, but she says, true, that could possibly happen, but not the way you just described. So if it's something super, super light, all right. But in my case, I had gone years, 3-4 years. All of a sudden, on a Thanksgiving, it was when I was staying with my sister when we were moving. And we were doing some last minute, day before Thanksgiving shopping. I was going to make greens and something else. And I just had a full on, I'm like, what the hell? And it was so embarrassing because we was at the grocery store. And so I had to buy some stuff. And then I had to sit on a sheet in her car because it was coming through my clothes. Like, it was crazy. It was so embarrassing. She was cool, but it was embarrassing for me. And so that next day, Thanksgiving, I'm going through this, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't bad. It was just that first day. And then after that, just a little bit here and there for about a week. After that, it stopped again. I have gone 2 years, I think, 2-3 years again, no problem. And then all of a sudden, this past Thanksgiving, which is one of the reasons why I did not want to go anywhere and didn't go anywhere, was because it was crazy. I was like, what is this again? At first I thought, nah, but then boom, yes it was. And it was so bad. It was so bad. My stomach was hurting. I was just so uncomfortable. It was so bad till I was around him, because I don't buy that stuff no more, because why? I don't need it anymore, right? I used to have something around just in case, like what happened last time happens. And so I think I may have maybe one or two around here. It didn't work. It was so bad and so heavy that I had to get up and look in the closet from when Lavelle babies were here the last time when they was babies. We still had Pampers here. I had to use Pamper twice. I was like, this is crazy. And it only lasted a few days, and that was it. Not again. So I was, explaining to her. I didn't get that graphic, but I was telling her, it was really heavy and da. She was like, She turned around and she looked. She says, yeah, I'm making you an appointment. She says, that's not. She says it could be fibroid related. It could be cancerous, situation that's going on. Usually something like that is an underlined, it's a telltale for something else, right? And I understood that because when it happened, I began to Google it because, like I said, when the lady was telling me, she didn't mention anything like that at all. And she was like, yeah, no, that's, And so that kind of spooked me a bit because I don't like doctors, going to no hospitals and things like that as it is, because every time you go, you get a death diagnosis of some sort, She was like, yeah, I get it. She said, I don't either, to be honest with you. She said, but because there's so much in my family, this one got that, this one got, it's best to get it checked out. That way, if there is something that we can prevent ahead of time or something going on and we can cut it out ahead of time, or whatever the case may be, we can do that, as opposed to you not going now and got to the point there's nothing we can do, which makes sense. She's 100% correct. 100% correct. My daughter has told me this, my sister, everybody has told me this before, and I know this, right? I'm not dumb. I know this myself. But it's another thing to know it and to actually deal with it when you have had this fear of this, just not wanting to deal with doctors and things and insurance. Now that I have coverage, that was one of the reasons why I went ahead and got coverage, so that if anything happens, I can, pretty much, with coverage, do something about it. And so that was my thing, and still not using my insurance because I don't want to deal with co-pays, I don't want to deal with deductibles, things like that. But she was saying, look, she said, I know you got Aetna. She said, because we all that work with CVS, some shape, form, or fashion, the insurance is usually Aetna. And she was like, Aetna is really good. I'm going to make sure, I get, you're covered here, da-da-da-da. We're going to work with what's, covered with your plan, and so on and so forth. And I was like, okay, fine. And so, and I told her, I don't want to travel all over the world, for a doctor, but because CVS right there is right down Madison. So if at any time I need to catch the bus, I can catch the bus as far as I go and walk the rest of the way if I need to, because it's boom, so perfect. And when she said that now they're going to be like a full, clinic, just as opposed to just a minute clinic, that's just perfect for me, right? So I'll be able to go there and get the whole, she's going to do a full body, she hooked me up with another doctor because she don't work on weekends, and so I don't have to, quit work, miss work or anything. She set me up 9 o'clock in the morning. I explained it already. The doctor's going to do a full physical, blood work, all of that. She's going to do a PAP, everything. I hadn't had a PAP since I was a teenager, and that's keeping it 100. So ain't no telling, and that's just horrible. But it's what it is. It's the truth. And I know I'm not the only one out there like that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like, you know what, let me just talk about it, because it's important for people to take care of their health, to stay on top of it. You don't want to be sitting around crying, if only I had a, and that's not where I want to be in life. I love my children, my family, and I want to be here as long as the Lord allows me to. And I want to be as healthy as possible while I'm here, right? While I'm here. I don't want to be a burden or anything on anybody. I want to always be as independent as I possibly can, period. I watched yesterday on while I was laying down, because I spent the whole day yesterday in bed. Honestly, I woke up, and again, it was, and like I told her, I'm tired of being tired. There's no reason for me to be tired. So obviously something's going on, because I don't feel super bad all the time, just drained, right? I got up yesterday, I took off, I laid back down, and I went immediately back to sleep. I woke up, my eyes just was so heavy, it's like my body was like, no, we're not ready to get up yet. I kept trying to open my eyes. I got up for a moment. I went and I made breakfast. I had myself some 2 pancakes, some grits, egg, and bacon, 3 strips of bacon, and a cup of coffee. And I ate that. I was watching this YouTube documentary or whatever. After I ate that, I was right back out, went right back to sleep. I took my medicine, and then the next time I got up, it was like in the afternoon. Again, I fixed a microwavable meal. No. I had a slice of pizza, 2 slices of pizza. Lavelle wanted me to put on a home run in because the one that I cooked yesterday was Boint. It was the day before. Friday night was black. But I did that. I had 2 slices, some soda, not a lot, and that was it. I ate that, boom, went right back to sleep. Next time I woke up, I made myself a microwavable meal. I think it was a little bit of soda left that I drank with it, and water. And nodded back off, but didn't completely go to sleep. And then I did get up to try to watch a movie or something. And so I made some popcorn and a bagel, because now it's a little bit later and I have water. And by the time it took me to find a movie, I don't even think I really found a movie. I finished the popcorn off and my bagels trying to find a movie. Matter of fact, I ended up finishing the picture with Jamie Foxx and I forget her name, but she was in she played as one of the Charlie Angels. Day picture. It was cute. But I watched where these people from Africa, Uganda, and stuff like that needed a job. These women to take care of their children, so they would work for these agencies as housemaids and things like that, right? Cleaning houses, taking care of other people's kids, so on and so forth, right? And so this was in Lebanon, the Arabs or whatever, right? They were calling these women and these agencies to have, these women flown out. Y'all, let me show y'all what I got too. Vanilla chocolate. Today I'm going vanilla chocolate, okay? I have the vanilla chocolate, the lotion, and I have the spray. This is what I'm wearing today. So they would call and they would order these women, a house woman to come. And so the agency say, well, if it's a worker, she knows how to speak Arab or Arabic or whatever, it's going to be the fee is going to be $200. If she does not know how to speak, the fee is $150. As far as the passport is concerned, you keep the passport. You keep it until the service is over. You're hiring the person for, I think it was for 6 months, 3 months or 6 months. I forget exactly what. It was either 3 months or 6 months that this person will be in your care, working for you, and you have their passport, da 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 da. So this one girl, regardless, in spite of people wanting her not to go and, saying, I heard this, I heard that, she went anyway because all she could think was, this will be perfect. I have to take care of my kids. So we're not struggling and everything. So she went ahead and she went. She says she gets there, and right off the bat, it was strange because nobody came to meet her, nothing, to introduce themselves, really, She said she was taken to the house. She was put in this room. The room was nasty. It was dirty. It was filthy. She said the mattress, she said it had a terrible smell. The mattress, she noticed it was like three mattresses on top of each other, like small ones. And she said it just smelled. So the next day she got up, she couldn't take it anymore. She started cleaning. She said the first mattress, she noticed that there was blood on it. She took that mattress off. The second mattress had even more blood on it. She took that off. The third mattress was saturated. She was like, oh, what the heck? She said the lady before her, whoever was there before her shoes were still there, everything. She's like, what happened? Did she, would leave her shoes? Like, what's going on? She said while she's cleaning, she noticed a figure, a shadow in the doorway. It was the man of the house, and then he left. It's like he must have been standing there watching, and he left. She said that was so eerie and creepy. It made her really nervous. But she needed the money, she needed the job, so she continued to work. She stayed there. Now she said she was there for about a week or so. No one ever came to tell her what to do or nothing. Finally, somebody comes in and tells her to do this, that, and the other, blah, blah. Now, there's a room where the man in the house goes to pray every day. She says it's always really dark. You're not allowed to turn the light on, blah, 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 blah. She said it was really, really, really creepy. But she had to walk past this room in order to get to where she needed to go to dump the water. And so she would be so scared, so nervous. She'd be standing there. And so I think the daughter would do it for her all the time, sensing her fear or whatever. And so one day, was it the daughter or the wife? I forget which one. I think it was the wife. I think they both helped her out. They had seemed to have a good rapport. And she said the first time she defied the wife was because the wife told her to go ahead and go in. She knows she's not supposed to go in that room with that man in there praying. But the wife was telling her, I'm telling you it's okay, go. But she was so afraid she couldn't do it. And she just was standing there for the longest. The wife had come back and the girl was still standing there. She's like, why are you still standing here? Why don't you? She says, I'm afraid to go in. So the wife went in and she did it. She was pissed at her at this point. She was like, really mad. And she said at that point the woman stopped talking to her, dealing with her, anything. They really started treating her bad at that point. Now, she said one day the daughter, a little girl, wanted some water. So she went and she got her some water. And while she is in there with her, she heard the guy coming or something, and she got really nervous. It was something about the little girl. She was fearful for the little girl or something. But she had the little girl. She hid in the corner, and she could hear him on the phone. And then he walked back past him. Right? She was hiding like he don't see me. And so the little girl said he saw you. The little girl whispered to her, he saw you, and something she said to her. And sure enough, he came back. He grabbed her. I guess because he felt like she overheard his conversation. Oh, she did. Matter of fact, the conversation was him asking the wife or somebody, did they kill her yet? Meaning her. And so that's what the little girl said. He saw you. He knows that he saw you. And so he sure enough, he did. He came back, he snatched her up, and he threw her out the window. The house window, the apartment that they were in. She said somebody, it just so happened, the video went viral because it just so happened somebody was standing around with their phone and they recorded it. Her hanging her out the window, and she trying to hold on, and he just dropped her out the window. She hit the ground, and she thought she was dead. She said, but when she came to, she realized she wasn't dead. She said she had never felt pain like she felt, and she began to crawl. And look, y'all, I also got the chapstick Hershey to go with the theme. She started to crawl, and she crawled to one of the neighbors' home, who was, also a young lady from Ghana, whatever, I forget, who her people she was working for called the ambulance. They came and got her. Now, I guess they thought she was dead, but she wasn't. She was paralyzed from the back. Her back was busted pretty much, so she was paralyzed from the waist down. Her legs did not move. It was like dead weight, and she's sitting up in the hospital, and she had filed a case and everything. Cops came, everything, but she said before you knew it, they came to her in her hospital room, the police, and they were like, we're going to be releasing you from the hospital. She's like, releasing me where? How? What am I can't, I can't move. I can't nothing. Where am I going to go? She's supposed to be going back to them. And she was like, I can't go back to that house. And, the case was dropped. She said someone came and forced her to drop the case. She's like, this is crazy that this man is allowed to get away with this. And so the day before she was scheduled to go back, they had her passport, everything. She had no money. The day before she was going to be released to go back to that home. She's like, just for him to continue killing me and abusing me, because he going to really get it in. She can't do nothing. It just so happens a lady came and did an interview or something, put it on YouTube, and because of that, people started to rally and want her to come home. People got involved. So she ended up going home, but she left perfectly healthy, beautiful young lady, come back in a wheelchair, can't walk. So her children are taking care of her. She got home, her husband, seeing how she came back home, he left and never came back. So he was at home with the kids. He never came back. When she came back like that, he left. So it's just her and the kids, the 2 little boys and her 15-year-old daughter, who's so beautiful. So her daughter goes out and works. She cleans, she washes people's clothes. She makes a little bit of money in order to put food on the table. So the daughter is doing everything, and it's her kids that's picking her up, carrying her around, moving her, and this, that, and the other. Like, she's trying to figure out what to do. What's the next step given this situation? She says, the Lord did not allow me to live without there being a plan. She said, there's something I'm supposed to do. He allowed me to live. And I know he didn't save me just for me to be a vegetable and to be a burden on my kids. So that was interesting. It was horrible to watch. Like she was saying, the fact. Oh, okay, hold on, guys.